So, namaskar all of you. So, this is the discussion of test 1 of OJ's prelims test series for 2023. So, ଆମେ each test रे जो 100 questions ଅଛି ତାକୁ ଆମେ divide କରିବା into 4 parts. Okay, 25 टा questions ଗୋଟେ part ରେ ଆମେ ତାକୁ discuss କରିବା. So, जो माने join करचंती already you have got the detailed answers आपनकर जो वेब की ऐप रे आपण सेटा एक्सेस करछंती सो तार डिस्कशन टा दैट वी विल सी टुडे सो लेट अस स्टार्ट देन let us come to question 1 which of the following is an extensive original jurisdiction given by constitution of india to supreme court okay extensive original jurisdiction you can go through the options so obviously एथरे आपनकर आंसर रहउची A is the answer. Okay, enforcement of fundamental rights, that is under article 32 supreme court has the original jurisdiction, okay, of enforcement of fundamental rights. So one ra answer, okay, that is basically A. Okay, now come to question number 2. Who determines the number of judges in the supreme court? Okay, so obviously it hala the parliament of india. Okay, so from time to time, okay, they will pass laws और जदि आर एग्जैक्ट आपण देखिबे आर्टिकल 124 okay clause 2 रे एटा आपण पाइबे article 124 clause 2 okay so B is the answer for question number 2. Now come to question number 3. If a chief minister dies then what is going to happen? Okay, so तो एथरे कौन हुए ना जितेबले गोटे चीफ मिनिस्टर गोटे स्टेट रे तांकर डेथ हो जाउची ओके तो तांकर जो काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर टा रहिला सेटा डिसॉल्व हबो आउ गोटे नुवा काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर जे नेक्स्ट चीफ मिनिस्टर हेबे ओके सी तांकर नुवा काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स से तार फॉर्म करबे तो इलेक्शन आउतरे हबा किछि दरकार नाही राइट सो B is the correct answer. The Council of Ministers automatically stands dissolved. Okay, so 3 ra answer B rahila. Then come to question number 4. The Supreme Court of India is different from its counterpart in US. माने India रो Supreme Court और US रो Supreme Court रो difference टा कोन सेटा से पचरुछ. Okay, you can go through the options. So the answer here would be the advisory jurisdiction. Okay, advisory rule. सेठी तांकर यूएस सुप्रीम कोर्ट रो सेंती गोटे पैरेलल ओके हमर जेंती एडवाइजरी जुरिस्डिक्शन ऑफ द ओके सुप्रीम कोर्ट अछि जदि प्रेसिडेंट एडवाइस पई पचारले ताले गोटे प्रेसिडेंशियल रेफरेंस आसिला ताले द सुप्रीम कोर्ट हैज टू एडवाइस ओके गिव एडवाइस बट यूएस रे सेंती सेही टाइप रो पैरेलल जिंसो हमें पाउ राइट सो क्वेश्चन नंबर 4 आंसर इज बी. तापरे next we come to question number 5. In which one of the following cases has Supreme Court assured the citizens for compensation for loss of injury caused by any public authority? Okay, तो जदि किसी गोटे public authority किसी गोटे let's say गोटे traffic checking होतिला तो पुलिस बाडे देला का गाड़ी की तार किसी गोटे गाड़ी रो डैमेज होला कि तार किसी राइट्स वायलेट हे गला ओके तो जदि सेही केस रे राइट the state has to pay compensation. Okay, so eta co case se kuaitla. So the options are given here. So the answer is A, that is common cause versus Union of India. Eta sabal one rakhibe common cause versus Union of India eta multiple cases okay under re achi. Common cause gote social organization je bahut gude inso upare case करछन तो आदरे बहुत इंपोर्टेंट हला सेटा को वर्षर केस सेटा आपण देखिबे ओके कहना कॉमन कॉज रे बहुत गुडे पॉलिटिकल रीजंस पाई पॉलिटिक्स रे जेमती ट्रांसपेरेंसी आसीबो देन फॉर मेनी अदर रीजंस आल्सो ओके दे हैव गॉन टू द कोर्ट तेनु ना सेम रोच केस common cause versus Union of India, but there are different cases. आमे जानिबा केमता हेले ईयर को जदि आमे देखिबा से केस रो ईयर टा सो जहां ऑप्शंस देछि ता भितरे ओके common cause versus Union of India एटा हला क्वेश्चन 5. Next come to question 6. Who is appointed as an ad hoc judge of the Supreme Court? Okay, so we can go through all the options. So the correct answer is A, that is a sitting judge of High Court duly qualified for appointment as a Supreme Court judge. Okay, sitting judge of High Court. That is very important. Okay, so A is the answer for question 6. Now coming to question 7, the right to privacy is protected as an intrinsic part of right to life and personal liberty. Which of the following in the Constitution of India correctly and appropriately imply the above statement? Okay, key right to privacy is protected as an intrinsic part of right to life or personal liberty. Okay, who combination re ame eta koi pariba. So this is little bit you have to think about it. Article 14 and the provisions under 42nd amendment to the Constitution. Okay, right to equality seta se कहला, right? So तापर आसिला Article 17 and directive principle of state policy in part 4. Okay, so this is basically abolition of untouchability, right? तापर C कहला Article 21 and the freedoms guaranteed in part 3. Okay, so that is your right to life and property. Okay, तापर कहूची Article 24 and the provisions under 44th Amendment Act of the Constitution. Okay, so Article 44 है prohibition of employment of children in factories etc. Okay, तो एगुड़ा आपनको रही. So obviously the answer is C. Okay, Article 21. So this is basically it relates to that it is an intrinsic part. Okay, right to privacy is protected as an intrinsic part of the right to life and personal liberty. So it is a coach. Okay, life and personal liberty. So C is the answer for question 7. Now come to question 8. Which of the following statement is correct? Just go through the statements. Okay, so the answer is C. Rights are claims of the citizens against the state. बाकी जहाँ भी अपन देखिए सेटा ठीक नहीं. Okay, most appropriate answer है C. Rights are claims of the citizens against the state. Now come to question 9. Which is not a power of High Court? So the answer here is C. Okay, you can pause and you can go through the options. That is supervision of tribunals constituted by law relating to armed forces. Okay, ता ऊपर supervision रो power नहीं High Court रो. Okay, now come to question 10. Which among the following statements regarding the constitutionally guaranteed right to education in India is correct? Okay, so please go through these statements. So this right, so D is the correct answer. This right has been given to all Indian children between the age of 6 to 14 years under the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay, so that was in 2002. Free of compulsory education for all children from 6 to 14 years. Okay, so that made education a fundamental right. Article 21A. Now come to question 11. With reference to Lok Adalats, which of the following statement is correct? Okay, so please go through it. Lok Adalats. So answer here is D. None of the statements above is correct. देखिए what statement को. First statement कहला Lok Adalats have the jurisdiction to settle matters at pre-litigating stage and not those matters pending before any court. That is not correct. Even if the matter is pending in a court, okay, with the like permission of the, or if both sides agree, তাহলে সেটা भी লোক আদালত को पठाई हबो. Okay, if both parties agree, the party agree करिबा कथा. तापर second quote, so this is wrong, A is wrong. Lok adalats can deal with matters which are civil and not criminal in nature. Okay, so seta kichhi nahi, they lok adalats can deal with any matter, okay, which deals with civil, criminal, jaha bhi tho seta deal kari paribe. Every lok adalat consists of either serving or retired judicial officers only and not of any other person. So this is also wrong. Etare social activists, okay, legal profession lawyers karike semane bhi thai parante. So none of the above statements is correct. So D is the answer in this case. Now come to question number 12. Which of the following statement about Indian judiciary is not correct? Okay, so please go through it. So C is the answer. Every state in India has separate high court. किछिटार joint भी अछि. Punjab and Haryana रहला. Okay, the northeastern states रो, okay, Guwahati high court देखुछि. ठीक सेमती आपनकर Calcutta high court रो भी, okay, तार अलगा territory ऊपर भी से, okay. So different, some of these, you know, especially এই তিনটা কেস রে আমরা দেখুଛୁ कि more than one states or territories are under, okay, a particular high court. So every state in India has a separate high court. That is wrong. Next, coming to question 13, a British citizen staying in India cannot claim right to which of the following? माने एटा बेसिकली पचाउछि कि जो फंडामेंटल राइट्स आपनकर पार्ट 3 दि आइछि ता भितरु कोटा सिटीजन्स मानको दि आइछि, कोटा एलियंस मानको भी दि आइछि. ओके, माने जो माने सिटीजन्स नो. सो इन दिस केस इट इज ए. ओके, बाकी उडा that is both for Indians and aliens, okay, non-Indians जो माने. But freedom of trade and profession only for citizens, right? 13 ro answer A. Now come to question 14. In context of India, which of the following is correct relationship between rights and duties? Okay, so just go through the options. Answer is A, that is they are correlative with duties. Okay, so rights achi mane duties achi semane related to each other. So this is the most appropriate answer. Now coming to question number 15. Judges of High Court can be removed from the office before expiry of their term by the President. Okay, in which manner? That is D will be the answer. On request of Parliament, on a resolution passed by 2/3 majority of its members. Okay, so D is the answer. Now coming to question 16. The Attorney General is the first law officer of the Government of India. In order to be appointed as Attorney General, a person must have qualified to be appointed as judge of which court? Okay, so the simple question, that is the Supreme Court. Okay, he should be qualified to be appointed as the judge of Supreme Court. So C is the answer. Next, come to question 17. Family courts decide disputes relating to direct question. Okay, so basically this is marriage related affairs. Okay, B is the answer. The doctrine of prospective overruling was adopted by Supreme Court of India in which case? Okay, so that is in IC Golaknath versus State of Punjab. So prospective overruling कौन? Prospective माने गोटे ऑर्डर दिया हला सेही दिनठू आगु को सेटा लागू हला पछुको यदि पछुको लागू होई परियो सेटा हला रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव. ठीक अछि, तो एठी ता माने if some particular, okay, you know that the courts, okay, the Supreme Court, okay, it's a court of records. तो सी गोटे जदि जजमेंट दउचंती सेही दिनठू से जजमेंट ता लागू होची आगु को जो सिमिलर केसेस भी आसी. ओके, नॉट इन रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव इफेक्ट. तो ऑलरेडी हमें सेटा क्लास से देखिछु किछिटा जगह रे रेट्रोस्पेक्टिव, ओके, लॉ काम करि पारे, टैक्सेशन करि करे, यू नो द फेमस वोडाफोन केस. ओके, तो सेही टाइप रो taxation रे maybe हे परियो, but mostly especially in criminal law that is generally not possible. Okay, एटा हुएनी. So that is the concept of prospective overruling जोटा कि गोलकनाथ versus state of Punjab रे आपण देखते हैं. Okay, now coming to question 19. Salaries of judges of Supreme Court are determined by which of the options? So you know that it is by the parliament. Okay, it is done by the parliament. आउ ताकर जो सैलरी आउ बाकी कंडीशंस करिका ता पई भी गोटे स्पेसिफिक ओके एक्ट अछि. You can just keep in mind the Supreme Court Judges Salaries and Condition of Service Act 1958. Okay, Supreme Court Judges Salaries and Condition of Service Act 1958. Okay, so A is the answer for question 19. Before coming to question 20, a जो test series जो first batch था, we have already started it. Okay, from 20th of February. Next test हमारा रोची 22nd February रे. Okay, जोटा कि CPC ऊपर रहइबो. So there are 30 detailed tests. Okay, जो थरे कि 10 टा full syllabus test last रे रोची. तो first batch जोटा रोची सेटा April 10 रे सरुची. Okay, so those who are giving OJS this year and they need practice, you can join the test series. जो मैंने detailed preparation करिया पे चाहूँचंदी OJS ପାଇଁ, so we are having classroom and online batches also. तो हमारा online batches, so these are our results, this year's results and previous year's results. So दी प्रकार बैच हमर रहउची till success batch और 1 year batch. Okay, so till success batch रे कोन होची आपण पाइला पर्यंत कंटिन्यू कर परिबे, जेतु नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स रो किछि रेस्ट्रिक्शन नाही जुडिशियल सर्विस रे. तो आपण एज पाइला पर्यंत देई परिबे एग्जाम. Okay, so that is why आपणकर till success batch रो एडवांटेज हला आपण till you crack the exam you can continue. Okay, so एथरे आपणकर क्लासरूम रे बैच स्ट्रेंथ 30 रहउची आउ ऑनलाइन रे ऑनलाइन बैचेस जदि भी आपण जॉइन करूचंती ताहेले भी आपणकर सब स्टडी मटेरियल एक्सेट्रा सेडा भी आपणकर प्रिंटेड मिलुची. ओके, recorded classes are also available for revision in case you miss some classes. Okay, so जदि कोर्स ड्यूरेशन कहबा 1 year बैच 12 months पे रहउची, till success बैच टा till you crack the exam. ऑनलाइन पे जदि हम देखिबा 1 year बैच सेटा 15,000 रहउची. ओके, आ 1 year परे आपनकर सब स्टूडेंटशिप बेनिफिट उडा सेगुडा 1 year पे अवेलेबल रहउची. till success batch 30,000 सेटा रहउची जोडा दीटा इंस्टॉलमेंट रे आपण दे परिबे. यदि वन टाइम पे कर पाउचंती 10% आपनकर सेतरे वेवर रहउची. 27,000 सेटा कोर्स फीटा आपनकर रहउची. ओके, सेम जिंस जदि आपण क्लासरूम में करचंती ताहले कटक और भुवनेश्वर रे हमर क्लासरूम कोर्सेस करिका रहउची. So 1 year batch by classroom fees rochi 20,000 rupees and till success batch ta rochi 40,000. जोटा दीटा इंस्टॉलमेंट रे अपन दे परिबे. वन टाइम पे कले 10% रो वेवर अपन को मिलुची 36,000 सेटा रोची. ओके, और तार जो पेमेंट डिटेल्स करिका सेटा अपन ई पीडीएफ सुडा हमर वेबसाइट रे पाइ जिबे नले हम टेलीग्राम चैनल रे पाइ जिबे. ओके, so now coming back to rest of the questions. Come to question number 20. Under the writ of mandamus, the court can do which of the following? Okay, mandamus we know we command. Okay, so the court is commanding something, right? So obviously the answer is D. Direct the government to do or not do a thing. Next, come to question 21. Which one of the following is not a qualification for a person to be appointed as district judge? Okay, not a qualification. He should have completed the age of 30 years of age. Okay, so 8 gote nuho 35 generally thai और 7 years of practice. Okay, so C is the answer. Now coming to 22. Which one among the following is not guaranteed by Constitution of India? Okay, so this is C is the answer. Freedom to own, acquire and dispose property anywhere in the country. Agru fundamental right thila. Okay, but 44th Amendment Act it is no longer a fundamental right. Okay, that has become a constitutional right under Article 300A. Yes. Now come to question 23. Which of the following is incorrect regarding Schedule 6 of our Constitution? Okay, so D is the answer. Schedule 6 ta basically deal koruchi apanakara. Okay, autonomous districts, the administration of autonomous districts, right? So it does not deal with the administration of tribal areas of Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur and Nagaland. So D is the answer for 23. Now coming to question 24. Judicial Review's doctrine of partial annulment is related to which article of the Constitution? So this is important. You can remember that. That is Article 13. Okay, jota kauchi ki any law, any executive order, okay, any ordinance, etc., which is made and is against, okay, the fundamental rights, against part 3 of the Constitution, is, okay, ultra vires ab initio. From the beginning it is basically, okay, unconstitutional and should not be implemented. It's ultra vires. Okay, so Article 13 A is the answer. Now last question for this part. Who is authorized to transfer the judges of one high court to another high court? Okay, so that is obviously the president. Okay, how president nije seta karantini? Say he has to consult with the Chief Justice of India. Okay, तापर जो जज भी जे ट्रांसफर हेले तांकर जहा ओरिजिनल तांकर से जो जगह रे थिले ओरिजिनल जहा सैलरी थिला, ओके, ता सहित तांकु गोटे कंपनसेटरी अलावेंस भी तांकु मिलिबो. ओके, जो जेतबेले से ट्रांसफर होछन, राइट, दैट इज आल्सो इंक्लूडेड. So these are the first 25 questions of test 1. Okay, तो हमर जो 100 टा क्वेश्चंस हम डिस्कस करिबा, for each test the first 25 questions that will be available, okay, so the public video roibo. All the other videos you can find in this particular playlist. Okay, ei video ta jo playlist रे अछि सेटा आपण सेव कर दे परिबे 2023 OJS Prelims Test Series playlist बोली, तो सेथरे आपण को डिटेल्स ता मिल जिवो. Okay, so I wish you all the best for your preparation for Odisha Judicial Service. Namaskar.